Hi, I'm Chris Kokalis with Pivot Cycles. We're here at 2012 Interbike, and I'm here to show you the new Pivot Cycles line. This is our new Pivot 429 Carbon, all new for this year. It's an all-new design, shorter chainstays, lower bottom bracket, about 1.5 inches lower standover than our previous design. It features DW Link suspension technology, 142 by 12 through axle, Kashima coated rear shock. Some of the new features on the bike are an ISCG 05 chain guide tabs. It features dropper seat post guides, internal cable routing through the top tube. The Mach 429 aluminum has been one of our best sellers throughout the world, and a lot of people have been asking us for a carbon version for many years, so we're really excited to launch this new bike this year. It comes in green, black and blue, and black and red color scheme in a variety of group kits, anything from a XT-SLX bike all the way up to XTR and new SRAM XX1. We've got, it's designed for between a 100 and 120 millimeter fork. All the bikes' wheel sets come tubeless compatible, and yeah, it's the latest and greatest from Pivot Cycles. This is our new Pivot Less 29er carbon hardtail. We've had a lot of customers asking us for a carbon hardtail, and of course the name Pivot usually stands for suspension bike, hence the name. This is the new Pivot Less. We've done some very special, unique things on the bike. First of all, it's a 29er hardtail carbon, 2.5 pound frame weight, press fit 92 bottom bracket, direct mount front derailleur, all internal cable routing. The most unique feature of the bike is our swinger adjustable dropout system. It's an all-new dropout system allowing the bike to go from geared to single speed. All bikes will ship with a 142 by 12 geared dropout, all full carbon fiber setup. That dropout unit is completely removable from the bike and can be replaced with our single speed setup. The new swinger system is a fully indexable adjustable dropout system. Very compact, very lightweight, easy to click the same amount of adjustment on each side to keep the wheel centered and provide the exact proper amount of chain tension on the bicycle. It keeps us from having to do anything with an eccentric bottom bracket. We can maintain the press fit 92 for the widest, stiffest bottom bracket area. The single speed kit will come with a set of single speed dropouts, caps for all the derailleur locations, and pretty cool front plate for the direct mount front derailleur. So it really converts it to a dedicated single speed bike. So I mentioned 2.5 pound frame weight. Frame retail price is $19.99. The single speed dropout kit is an additional $150. The bike comes in a matte blue paint scheme, matte red, or the solar orange. So we're really excited about this bike. A lot of different options. It really opens up to options for single speed riders as well as geared, and we're a lot of excitement for this bike in our line. This is our Mach 5.7 carbon bike. It's actually the best-selling bike in the Pivot line. We've received awards all across the globe on this model. It's basically the most efficient, best pedaling, best handling trail bike on the market. Builds up very lightweight. We've got riders building up bikes in the 24-pound range. Stock bikes typically build up in the 25.5 to 27-pound range. This is our XT Pro build. It comes with Tricon tubeless wheels, carbon seat post and handlebars, Kashima front and rear on the fork and rear shock, the XT brakes, XTR Shadow Plus clutch rear derailleur. Basically checks all the boxes of an Ultra Trick group kit with all the best parts, Kenda tires, and it features the DW Link suspension technology that us and Dave Weigel have really become famous for, providing just incredible traction, great small bump performance. At the opposite end of the spectrum, the downhilling capability of the DW Link is legendary. It's got, I believe, 8 world championships behind it. And then applied to a mid-travel trail bike, 5.7 inches of travel, you really get a bike that climbs as well as or better than most XC related bikes, but descends like something much longer travel than a 5.7-inch travel bike, and that's really the magic behind the 5.7. So this bike comes in both aluminum and carbon fiber. Both bikes are identical as far as handling and geometry. There's a quarter-pound weight difference between the two bikes and a slight stiffness gain in the carbon fiber version, but whichever one you go with, you'll have an awesome performing bike. This is our new Pivot M4X. We showed prototypes of this bike last year, had it raced throughout the season with some of our top World Cup riders. Last year, Kyle Strait won several best trick competitions on this bicycle, and now we've put it fully into production. It's an incredible bike for dirt jumping, dual slalom, pump tracks, pretty much even a great short travel trail bike. We've designed the bike with dropper post guides, so you can set it up for trail bike riding. Short chain stays, dual DW Link suspension technology, make sure that all your power gets to the ground. Triangulated rear end, 142 by 12 through axle. All these features basically ensure that all the power is transmitted right to the ground. Shock valving that makes the bike really responsive under pedaling, but at the same time takes the big hits, and on descents even allows for some good small bump compliance without affecting pedaling performance. It's designed around a 100 millimeter plus travel front end, and just really a pro level slalom bike that can fit any rider's needs from entry level all the way on up to big trick competition in Whistler, Crankworks, and events of that nature. It's definitely one to check out. We sell it as a frame set, and possibly later in the year we'll be offering some complete bike options on this as well. This is our Pivot Firebird. It's been in the line for a couple years. This past year it's received some additional updates, some bracing on the front triangle and rear triangle, update 142 by 12 rear through axle. It's a 1.5 head tube. The bike can accommodate dual crown forks and anything from 160 to 180 millimeter travel single crown forks. This is really the ultimate enduro bike in our line for longer travel trail riding as well. The biggest thing about the Firebird is it's 6.7 inches of travel, 167 millimeters. That's almost a 7-inch travel bike that pedals better than most people's 140 to 150 millimeter travel bikes. The climbing, the frame stiffness, the traction on the Firebird is legendary. This bike has incredible reviews across the world. It's available in a variety of build kits. A few of the key features on the bike is it's a fully floating shock, great small bump compliance, very rearward wheel travel path, great square edge bump performance. It features our patented floating front derailleur system. It allows us to keep the chainstay in line with the center of the crank, making for a lighter, stiffer rear triangle, and at the same time, with the floating front derailleur moving with the suspension, it allows for better chain retention. It interacts perfectly with the custom MRP guide, and depending on the build kit, it'll either have an MRP or a gravity bash plate on it. All our builds now come with the clutch rear derailleur, whether it be SRAM with the Type 2 or Shimano with their Shadow Plus technology, making this ultimate trail bike for anything from light downhill racing all the way to ultra enduro type racing. The bike can be set up from anywhere from just under 27 pounds all the way up into the light 30s, and it's just an incredibly versatile machine for any type of terrain you'd want to ride. This is our Phoenix DH downhill bike. We developed this 2 seasons ago with our World Cup team. We've had great success on the World Cup circuit. The bike features 207 millimeters of rear wheel travel. That's 8.15 inches. 12 by 150 through axle, incredibly triangulated rear end with monster-sized pivots. Famous DW Link suspension technology, fully boxed in area here. to get the shock as low in the frame as possible for a low center of gravity. At the same time, it's open so that both for mud shedding and also to be able to get all the adjustments on the rear shock. We've had several top 20 World Cup finishes on this. It's been an incredible bike. Features adjustable dropout system. We can change the length of the dropouts or the height of the bottom bracket. Also comes with the Cane Creek angle set, allowing plus or minus half to 1.5 degree angle change on the head angle, low bottom bracket height, everything that you'd want in a top level World Cup chassis. Thanks again for coming and visiting us. I'm Chris with Pivot Cycles. We look forward to seeing you on the trails.